Guys, the landscape of the UFC Walterweight division is unbelievable right now. Like, I don't know how they're going to do the matchmaking. You got Bilal Muhammad as the champion, who is going to be facing Jack Della Maddalena in May. That has already been discussed. That has been finalized. So that's going to happen. It's not going to be Shavkat Rakhmonov, who was the rightful contender to actually face Bilal Muhammad, but he messed it up. He got injured, and now he's out until December, so he's not going to be able to fight before that. So Jack Della, the timing actually worked for him. He's going to be fighting Bilal Muhammad, and I think it's going to be a great fight. I was actually rooting for that fight, to be honest. Like, I recorded a video like a couple of months ago when Jack Della was nowhere near to fight Bilal Muhammad, that it would be a great matchup to actually go against Bilal Muhammad, because Bilal is a guy who actually likes to put pressure on people. And when Bilal is fighting the guys who are taller than him and who've got like a long, lanky build, Bilal is able to put the pressure on them and to be able to take them down and veers them out with his wrestling. He's not the best at like shooting submissions. He actually, matter of fact, he does not have a submission in UFC. So let's put it that way. He likes to take you down, and he likes to take you down multiple times, because Bilal is not the one to actually trap you down. He lets you get back up and then will take you down, much like Marab actually, to get you tired again and again. And then he can, because he's got good cardio, he can actually keep the pace for 5 rounds. But I think that's where Jack Della is going to be the kryptonite. Jack Della is not going to be the one like Leon Edwards, who doesn't have high output, who is a tall guy with not very good takedown defense. So Bilal can actually put the pressure on Leon Edwards. And Leon, because he's not throwing back, he gets frozen. So that's what Bilal was throwing. Throw a couple of punches, freeze him, fake the takedown, throw a couple of more punches, and then go for the takedown and then finish it. With Jack Della Maddalena, he's the one pushing the pace most of the time. So you watch his fights, this guy's going for the kill. He's a short build guy, not a very short guy, but shorter than Leon Edwards. He's got a wide build, and he's pretty strong, and he's very good with the scramble. So even you could take him down, but he's good at like scrambling back up. You must have seen the fight against Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is very good at even finishing the submissions. One of the best jiu-jitsu guys, also improved his wrestling to like a new level now. He was able to finish the takedowns against Jack Della multiple times, but he could never finish him. Jack Della knows how to stay safe. He also knows how to get back up. He's very good at scrambling. Craig Jones, the coach of Jack Della Maddalena, also one of the best jiu-jitsu guys ever. I would say the second best jiu-jitsu guy, actually, because that's what he claims to be, the B team. He said Jack Della is one of the best MMA jiu-jitsu guy he's ever seen. So, well, he will be a little bit partial because that's his teammate, but I think that's coming from the bottom of his heart. Jack Della's got something special. I've seen this guy scrambling the way he was scrambling against Gilbert Burns, and at the end he was able to get the finish, because the thing is, this guy for 5 rounds, he's looking for the finish. He's not like Leon Edwards. He's not the guy who gets frozen. He's not the guy who's not throwing punches. He's going for the kill, and he's also going for the body shots, which are actually gonna work against Bilal, I believe. Jack Della likes to put the pace on. He's got a very good cardio, and he can do it for 5 minutes straight. He can do it for 5 rounds for 5 minutes. He will go for the kill, and every round starts on the feet, and Bilal is not a finisher, so it means every round for the 5 rounds, Jack Della is going to have the time. He's going to have the chance to actually land a clean shot of Bilal Muhammad, and those body shots are going to pay dividends, because body shots actually make you tired. They gas you up. So we know Bilal is known for his cardio, but I think Jack Della is going to be able to put the pace on him. He will not take a back step. Mark my words, Jack Della is going to be the one moving forward, because he's not afraid of getting taken down. And then, but the problem is, so if Jack Della is getting the title shot now, what is going to happen to Shavkat Rakhmonov, who's not going to be able to fight till December? Brady is also number one in the lightweight division now. He beat Leon Edwards, and not just beat him, he dominated him for 3 rounds and then submitted him. So he solidified himself as the next title contender. So are you going to give the title shot to Shavkat Rakhmonov or Sean Brady? I think Shavkat still deserves the shot because he got injured, and before that he was the rightful contender. So what you can do is, if I have to do the matchmaking now, it's a very difficult situation for me around now, but if I have to do the matchmaking, it will be Bilal fights Jack Della for the title. Then after 3 months, the winner of that fight, so whether it's Jack Della or Bilal, they fight Brady, right? Because Shavkat is not ready until December. So they fight Brady in 3 months. So after May, probably like September or something. And then the winner of that fight actually fight considering they don't get injured long term. They fight Shafkat in December for the title. Now, the risk factor is you're defending the title too many times. So I don't know if Dana is going to agree to defending the welterweight title every 3 months. Like, that's probably going to be a big ask. But I guess depending on the situation right now, the situation that we're heading to, we have too many people actually as the contenders. You're going to have to make the decision. The title getting defended after every 3 months is going to be good for the fans. But let me put some more spice on it. Islam Makhachev will also make his way to welterweight division if Bilal doesn't win the title shot. Look, if Bilal loses to Jack Della Maddalena, Islam will 100% surely he can press the UFC, and UFC will 100% give him the title shot against Jack Della. How could you not give Islam the title shot? This is the guy who gave Volkanovski, 145-pound champion, a shot twice for his title. And then he has got 4 title defenses, which is kind of unheard in the modern era. Nobody defends the title 4 times in the modern era. So Islam Makhachev, if he actually moves up, if Jack Della wins and if Islam Makhachev moves up, then Islam will probably get the title shot before Jack Della. And Islam actually wants to fight in Dubai. So they could possibly make the next match, Islam versus Jack Della, in October. And then if Islam wins, he can possibly fight Shafkat for the next one. So what do you do with Brady then? Guys, this is a difficult situation. And then at the same time, you have other guys as well. Like, you have Joaquin Buckley, who is also on a winning streak. He beat Colby Covington, actually just demolished him. So to me, I think they should make Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley, because Kamaru Usman still needs to prove to his fans that he's still got it. He's number 4 in the rankings, and Joaquin Buckley is below him, so he's number 6 in the rankings. But Buckley needs to prove that he can beat the top level guys to actually get the title shot. So I think that will be the opportunity for Buckley to become the new lion. So the old lion Kamaru Usman gives Buckley the chance to actually become the new lion, to take over the pride. Buckley beats Usman, and then he gets in the title picture. Then he could be the next one to get the title shot, and then he could possibly make him versus Brady or something. But guys, this is a difficult situation. If I have to do the matchmaking, I would do Jack Della versus Bilal Muhammad, which is happening right now. I would make Brady versus whoever is fighting next, and I will let Shafkat wait until December. And if Islam jumps into the title picture, then it's all over the place. Then I don't even know how to do the matchmaking. It's going to be very difficult for me. But that's the only way I see, guys. And then you have Ian Gary as well, who lost a very close fight against Shafkat Rahman, who was an undefeated guy. I mean, you can possibly make Ian Gary versus Joaquin Buckley. I mean, that's also an option. But at the same time, you could do Leon Edwards versus Machado Gary, because they both are strikers and they don't like to fight wrestlers. So that could be a fun fight. Like Leon number 3 in the rankings, Gary number 7 in the rankings. He would have a chance to jump up. Young upcoming guy, I think that would be a good one. But at the same time, for Leon Edwards, he probably doesn't want to make another run for the title, right? The guy is 2-0 in his last fights. 0-2, sorry. He's lost 2 of his fights. So he could probably take the money fight. Like, I have heard Jorge Masvidal wants to come back to UFC. He wants to have one more fight. So you can make Leon Edwards versus Jorge Masvidal. They both don't want to grapple anyway. They both want to strike, and that's going to be an amazing matchup. And they have like a storyline. The London 3-piece and a soda. So they got the storyline. They're going to be able to sell a lot of tickets. It's going to help Leon Edwards with his star power, fighting Jorge Masvidal. Get some nice paycheck as well. And very winnable fight for him, to be honest. Jorge has been out of the competition for like a long, long time. He's 40 years old. So if I was Leon, I would definitely take that fight. But for the other guys, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what Dana White is going to do. But to be honest, I actually want Jack Della to win the fight. I mean, I'm not a Bilal hater. I think he's a very talented guy. But at the same time, I want Islam Makhachev to win. Because, guys, when Khabib was fighting, he was running through everyone in the lightweight division. He was beating guys who were like grapplers, good wrestlers, strikers. But people always kept on saying that Khabib was a weight bully. He never moved up to 170, actually beat anyone. Now, I actually personally believe that if Khabib moved to 170 during that time, and if he fought Colby Covington or Kamaru Usman, I believe he would have beaten him, because I think his jiu-jitsu was much better than those guys. Kamaru Usman could not have taken him down and controlled him. Khabib was very good from his back. Khabib could have potentially taken him down and controlled him and maybe even get a submission, right? It was a possibility. To me, that could have happened. But Islam Makhachev is a guy who has the chance to actually do it, because people see grappling of Islam Makhachev and Khabib Nurmagomedov is pretty much similar. They both have similar sort of styles when it comes to grappling. Islam is probably a little bit better striker, but grappling wise, they both have pretty much. Khabib was more of like a, I would say like a more of like a. He was probably a little bit better grappler and more like he kind of like just get on top of you and just kind of like make it uncomfortable for you. Do more ground and pound. Islam is mostly looking for the submissions. So a little bit different, but at the same time, same sort of like Dagestani style of grappling. So if Islam moves up to welterweight division, if he moves up to welterweight 170 and he beats the welterweight champion and he gets the championship and he defends the title like once or twice, people are gonna shut their mouth. They wouldn't say that Khabib wouldn't have been the champion. So that's why I want Islam to actually move up and win this championship. But there's so many hurdles in the way, and it's not going to be easy. Even if it's Jack Della Maddalena, that's not going to be an easy fight for Islam Makhachev because Jack Della can give him a run for money. He's a very good striker. He moves forward. He does not take a step back. He puts the pressure on you. And even if Islam becomes a champion, let's say beat him, the next contenders that's possibly is going to have to face is Sean Brady, who's a very good high-level grappler. And God knows if Islam is going to be able to face the strength, equalize the strength of the 170ers. Like 155, okay, Islam is mostly the powerful guy. He's mostly the stronger guy. He's able to like impose his will on people, take them down. But is he going to be able to do the same to Sean Brady? Is he going to be able to do the same to Shavkat Rakhmonov? I believe Islam is the best fighter right now. I believe he's technically the best. But when the size is not on your side, but when you are like walking in at like 185 pounds and you're fighting Brady, who's walking in at like 200 pounds, and Rakhmonov is probably walking in at like 195 or 200 pounds, are you going to be able to do it to those guys? I still believe in Islam Makhachev. I still think he can beat all of those guys. I think Islam is the best fighter on the planet. But we're going to find out.